from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New. Yeah.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
So today is September 25th, 2024. It is 7:41 a.m. I just finished edit whatever I recorded in the middle of the night, and I have a few minutes. Instead of taking my time to put things on the list, I'm just gonna go over some of my likes and share it with you right now. Okay, so this is the first one, the real Meghan. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds. There will be screenshots and there's no comments.
They're praying for her tonight, as Rathmar Patel reports. In grief, food united them. Munira Mahmood survived Grenfell, but it's thanks to the Duchess she's still able to cook.
That recipe book has changed thousands and thousands of people's lives, you know, beginning with me. Everything is happening because of her.
It was Meghan Markle who suggested making the cookbook.
In January 2018, as I was settling into my new home of London, I met a group of women whose community had been affected by the Grenfell fire.
And the recipes from this community kitchen became a bestseller.
All this food we're cooking in our own homes in this pandemic and in the kitchen, still the funding is coming from that book. And it was because of her. It all goes back to her, I believe. So, thank you.
Does she still keep in touch now? I know she's gone to LA.
Definitely. She's, as I said, she's going through a lot, but still, she doesn't forget those she's been in touch with.
Meghan brought smiles to a grieving.
Okay, so that's that. Let's see here. There's more things. This one, I literally just shared it on my video that I just rendered, so I'm not gonna go over it. let's go to the likes, because while I was looking at the other computer, I like some stuff. Okay, still true today. Meghan Markle will be fully justified in flying a dragon over London and burning every newspaper office to the ground at this stage. Okay, I think that's my response here, because I just responded to it. Exclusive, Meghan Markle needs to speak loud in defense of Kate Middleton after family photo crisis. There's my response here. I'm laughing, LOL. I was going to say Meghan Markle should mind her own business, but I think the dragon part is better. That's that. I'm not gonna go over it. So there's that. The article really moves me. I love seeing people defending them and proving how great they are behind closed doors. My day just got so much better. I think they're talking about, she's making reference to the US, is it US Weekly magazine? Okay, I haven't read it yet, but some squad are making reference to it. They say it's a positive, the employees of Archewell or whoever have worked with Harry and Meghan have spoke positively. They quote them. It's not sources kind of thing. All right, the next one, Prince Harry in New York. A picture is worth 1,000 words. All right, there's no comment. That's when Harry was talking about the parents' initiative. Okay, so there's this here. Prince Harry has every right to step away from a family role that no longer fits. Just like we support people choosing careers that make them happy, why not support his choice too? Okay, so there's that. The squad are blocking their comments because the derangers, oh my God. While I was recording this morning, I had to pause and just block some people. And I think even while I was recording, I was still blocking them because they popped up out of nowhere. All right, so there's no comment here. Let's go to the next one. Meghan Markle organized an ice cream party for the Kensington Palace staff. And there's all those hashtags pointing down here. Speaking about don't let evil people or bad experiences change who you are, let's go back to 2019. Read below. Let's see here. There's 3 comments under it. I think she retweeted herself. All right, let's see here. Okay, Meghan Markle organized an ice cream party for the Kensington Palace staff after report that Meghan Markle is difficult to work with and not liked by palace staff. A friend of the former actress shared stories of how she goes out of her way to be kind to employees. The Duchess of Sussex reportedly hosted an ice cream and sober party for Kensington Palace staff. And this is the thing, it still baffles me till now. I don't understand why these people don't speak up. What is the problem? This is something I don't understand. Let me not go too deep on it because I don't have too much time. I just want to go over some of the tweets with you that my primary focus was what was going on in the UN and what Harry was doing and things like that. So now I have a small amount of time. So let me just go over the other ones that I didn't share. While I'm editing this video, this crossed my mind because Charles was not paying Meghan.
Driving us out into the fields, asked about Meg. Not with great interest, just casually. Still, he didn't always ask, so I was pleased. She's good, thanks. Does she want to carry on working? Say again. Does she want to keep on acting? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I expect she'll want to be with me, doing the job, you know, which would rule out Suits, since they film in Toronto. I see. Well, darling boy, you know there's not enough money to go around. I stared. What was he banging on about? He explained, or tried to. I can't pay for anyone else. I'm already having to pay for your brother and Catherine. Pa might have dreaded the rising cost of maintaining us, but what he really couldn't stomach was someone new dominating the monarchy, grabbing the limelight. Someone shiny and new coming in and overshadowing him, and Camilla. He'd lived through that before and had no interest in living through it again.
So I'm assuming that party that she did for the staff, she probably used her own money to do it. I'm just curious. It probably her own money. Wow. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Okay, when you purchase 2 links, okay, so that's something else. Let's see here. There's 3 comments. Let's go over that. when they stepped back, they hosted a lunch at the Gowen Hotel as a thank you to their staff before leaving the UK. Exactly. I remember, I think Omid sort of make reference to it too. They didn't deserve her. Nope, they didn't. God's karma is busy with those in the UK. Then she also buy heaters for the KP office because the office space was uncomfortably cold for the employees. It seems like those people, they like to be in pain and they want to complain. I don't know. See, about the heater part, I didn't know, but I was aware of her buying, I think, some glove warmers or something for the officers who were standing outside. And I think she did that. She saw something and she did something about it, but hey, they pushed them out. They deserve whatever it is that they get from... I don't know. I'm not saying they deserve it, but I guess they like to be treated badly or something. But okay, Harry and Meghan gone, so that's fine. All right, this is the next one from US Magazine. Oh, no, that's not. Is it that one? No, that's not it. Okay, toxic British media and their dumb royal expert with their brainless readers are desperate to stop Harry and Meghan's popularity, but they can't beat the truth. All right, so maybe this is the last one I will do. Let's do this one. Okay, let's do up because I want to read that article. Okay, I'm truly impressed by... Let's pause this so I don't get flagged. I'm truly impressed by what he has accomplished in his life and the fact that he's speaking at UNGA on several issues. Yes, it's like he was coming one meeting after another, and I've shared some of those speeches with you. I mean, it wasn't the entire one. Except the one with the Clinton Global Initiative. I shared that, but I shared bits and pieces. The one with, I think, Lesotho, and there was another one that he did. I forgot what it was. Travelers. I share a small part of it, but he had to be prepared for all of this. That's a lot. Okay. Oh, and the Diana Award as well, which she mentioned here. The Diana Award on his mother's legacy and young people who are changing the world in a positive way. So she retweeted that. Let's go into it. Harry is getting all of his messaging out on the issues that are important, which I believe are 75% about young people's mental health and living to step boldly into the future. And in doing that, Harry is stepping boldly and comfortably into his future. Okay, so there's retweet. No, what is it? No, that's her. She continues. Okay, check. As co-founder Center Bali, Children's Right and Protection. Check. As founder of Travelers, the environment. I forgot about that. Check. Supporter of his mom works to rid the world of landmines. The Halo Trust. Check. Speaking at the Clinton Global Initiative. As co-founder of Archewell's Parents Network, Mental Health and Media Abuse. Most people who speak at these events only usually have one topic, and so far he has completely four for UNGA. That's impressive. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm glad she listed them. Let me retweet that. This is something that people should see. Look at this. I cover it, and there's some of them I forgot already. So she lists them. All right, so let's go into this. There's no comment. Vote blue down the ballot. Okay, tonight at Lawrence gave the last word to Martin Sheen and the West Wing cast. All right, so let's go into that. There might be some response to this. There'll be screenshot on this, okay? There's a music. I'm gonna fast forward it and mute it, okay? I like everybody with their phones. I like that.
On Friday at the White House, the First Lady celebrated the 25th anniversary of the debut of NBC's fictional White House series, The West Wing, created by Aaron Sorkin, who joined a few of the cast members for the celebration at the White House. The Marine Band played Snuffy Walden's Emmy-winning theme music, and the inspiring fictional president of that White House, Martin Sheen, said this.
I am given this opportunity, rare enough these days, to morph once again into the wonderful character that changed my life and a lot of others as well, Jed Bartlett. So thank you, Aaron, for this opportunity. You know, The Irish tell the story of a man who arrives at the gates of heaven and asks to be let in. St. Peter says, of course, just show us your scars. The man says, I have no scars. St. Peter says, what a pity. Was there nothing worth fighting for? We are rightly called to find something in our lives worth fighting for, something deeply personal and uncompromising, something that can unite the will of the Spirit with the work of the flesh. And when we find that, we will discover fire for the second time. And then we will be able to help lift up this nation and all its people to that place where the heart is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depths of truth and tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sands of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action into that heaven of freedom, dear Father. Let our country awake. Amen.
Wow. 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 I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. Okay, The West Wing was the only show that could make me feel so patriotic. It will literally bring a tear to my eyes. And I'm Canadian. Thank you, Lawrence, for sharing this clip. Alright, there's more comment. Let's move on. Okay, so that's that. And this is the one that I wanted to read. Okay, toxic British media and their dumb royal expert with their brainless readers are desperate to stop Harry and Meghan's popularity, but they can't beat the truth. Alright, so let's see here. Can I get to it? Okay, so the squad been talking about this. Oh, and this guy too, there was a video about him. I'm gonna look for it because some of the squad said be on the lookout for him because he's one of the friends of one of the
We're back, baby.
of the royals. Okay, so many things. Let me move that up. Okay. Hours after the Hollywood Reporters published a piece alleging Meghan Markle, a terrible behavior is the cause of the high turnover rate at the companies she runs with her husband Prince Harry, a current employee posted a note on Instagram passionately debunking the report. The September 12 article, which claimed that those who work for Meghan are terrified of her, including quotes from a source calling her a dictator and high heels who belittle people and has reduced grown men to tears. Yeah, I shared that screenshot when it first came out. I didn't bother reading it. These are the things, the pieces from the UK tabloid. I don't know, maybe they are telling us what the others, the left behind royals do, but instead they place Meghan's name as if it is Meghan who's doing those things. All right, so let's continue. The staffer said the allegations made in the article are widely inaccurate and damaging to both the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and members of their team. Current and former staffers quickly flooded the comments with statements of support. Best bosses I've ever had. One current team member wrote, while an ex-staffer added that their time with the Sussexes was truly an honor. Huh, who did that? I would like to go in and read these and share it with you. The Duchess of Sussex has long been dogged by report she promoted a toxic workplace environment. Back in 2021, days before the couple sat down for an in-depth CBS News interview to share their story, The Time London reported the former actress had allegedly bullied and reduced staff members to tears at Kensington Palace. You know, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking, Meghan been working with so many people in Canada and in the US and with the UN. You never hear a damn thing about her. As a matter of fact, it's just now the UK is revealing who they truly are. That's all it is. Okay, in August, News Nation claimed Meghan and Harry had lost 18 employees between their time in the UK and in the US. They launched Archewell Foundation in 2020, with a source blaming an unbearable and condescending Meghan for the churn and burn rate. Several current and former staffers paint a different picture to US. Ben Browning, so there's a name here, the former head of content who was responsible for getting their Harry and Meghan documentary on Netflix before leaving after his contract expired in early 2023, says his experience at the company and with Meghan and Harry in general was positive and supportive, adding, quote, "We all continue to be friends. The narrative we've seen suggesting the contrary are untrue." One time, Chief of Staff Catherine St. Laurent tells us she and the couple have also remained close and says, quote, "The time I spent working with Prince Harry and Meghan was incredibly meaningful to me." While Josh Kettler's August departure as Harry's Chief of Staff sparked more negative press, he says he was warmly welcomed by both Harry and Meghan and the Archewell team during his stint. They are a dedicated and hardworking, he tells us, of the pair. It was impressive to witness. Ashley Hasten, Global Press Secretary to the Duke and Duchess and the head of communication for Archewell, says her bosses couldn't have been more supportive when she had to take some extended time off for a serious surgery. When I told them, I was met with the kind of concern and care a parent will express if I were their own child. She recalled, I was asked what I needed, how and if they could help, and told to take as much time as needed. Hasten says Harry and Meghan sent flowers and care packages, but most profound to me, Meghan will personally reach out to my husband daily to make sure that we both were okay and had support. She added, "It means so much to him and even more to me. You don't realize how much that kind of kindness and thought meant until you need it." Wow. Wow. Normal hiccups, there's a little doubt the company, which employs a small team of roughly 16 full-time employees and is comprised of the Archewell Foundation, their charitable nonprofit, a production side which deal with audio work like podcasts and their Netflix deal, and communication, Markle's new lifestyle brand, is a separate entity. Has had some growing pains. Archewell is not unlikely a startup. It's relatively young, says Hasten added. Two things can be equally true. You can be a great leader and still have turnover. No boss or company is immune to that. Adds a current employee who asked to remain anonymous. People leave at any company. They get new opportunities, change their career, or feel like role isn't the right fit. That is true. They also sometimes get let go. Those decisions are part of doing business. Hasten maintains Meghan and Harry have no hard feelings toward anyone who's left. They want people to grow and to have opportunity, whether that's within or eventually outside of the company. Good vibes only. The current anonymous staffer says colleagues have been dumbfounded by the claim, adding, "It's clear where this type of commentary is coming from. It's likely made up from someone who's disgruntled." Browning tells us the narrative is simply a predictable attempt at creating intrigue through sowing false conflicts. The office culture is positive. This is the first company I've worked where I like every person, said the source. Harry and Meghan pick the best of the best from every field and water the seed from them to flourish. We have an enormous microscope on us, but good things are happening. Staffers outside of the production team, which has an office in Hollywood, work remotely most of the time, including Harry and Meghan, who share an office at their Montecito home. Occasionally, staffers will gather at the couple's mansion or meet at Soho Works. The team find ways to work together and share spaces, said a former staffer, adding that everybody is welcome to request in-person meetings with Harry or Meghan wherever and whenever. While the Sussexes get dressed up for formal events, they sometimes show up at virtual meetings in baseball hats and t-shirts. During weekly Zoom calls, Harry will chat casually with staffers. He's fun. He definitely takes the work seriously, but when a meeting starts, the first 5 or 10 minutes are all pleasantries, like, "How was your weekend?" or "How was the construction going at your house?" The ex-employee says. As a group, they go to happy hours and have holiday parties where we're planning a karaoke night at the current staffer because we have 2 people getting married on the team. Oh, very interesting. Sweet gesture. All right. Other acts of kindness from the Duke and Duchess. When I adopt my dog the next day, I had a luxury brand leash and new collar on my doorstep, says the former staffer, who adds that parents-to-be are giving brand new gifts and top-notch second-hand stuff from the couples themselves, like unused car seats and baby items they no longer need. During the Colombia trip, the Duke and Duchess text a team leader to take everyone out for drinks. Very interesting. They want to take care of us, the current employee said. Meghan will do things like, you mentioned on the call, your skin is bothering you. I put together a kit for you, and during team visit to the couple's Montecito home, no one departs empty-handed. Whenever staff goes to their house, they leave with a basket with fresh flowers, fresh fruit, fresh eggs, the staffer says. Very interesting. Behind the scene. Okay, Meghan's known for giving credit where it's due. If you are in a meeting and a great idea is referenced, she makes sure to give props to the person who generated the ideas, says the former employee. After a big trip, every employee gets a personal email thanking them for their contribution and making it a success. The former employee says Meghan is the first person to wish staffers a happy birthday and is compassionate and understanding when it comes to illness or family commitment. As for rumors of Meghan's penchant for tantrum, the current staffer says they have never heard her yell, explaining that the Duchess gives clear direction and is solution-oriented. And those reports of firing off demanding email at 5 a.m., Meghan's official email signature reads, "My working day may not be your working day. Please do not feel obligated to reply to this email outside your normal working hours." That has to do with that 5 a.m. email in the UK, which is pretty much that. Everybody understand that. You could be in the middle of the night. That's when you think of something. Okay, you quickly email it to the person. That doesn't mean you have to respond to it right away. I don't know if any phones, I'm not a digital person, if any phones have some sort of a alert when you receive an email, or maybe a text, maybe, but come on. Anyway, the UK love to complain anyway. Okay, on the defense. Lawyer staffers take the outside criticism to heart. We're here for a reason, said the current team member. If you come for our bosses, you're coming for us. This isn't a criminal organization. We're trying to do good. A second former staffer recalled asking for a break during a low point in their lives and says Harry and Meghan were more than happy to give them time off. No question asked. I needed to be totally off the grid. They couldn't have been more supportive and even pay me during my leave. It's so in their nature to lean in and support and take into consideration that there is a human behind this job. Oh my goodness, this is so nice. A former COO turned lifelong friend. Part of the profound injustice of having to speak publicly on this in light of this endless and damaging narrative is that so much of the kindness, mentorship, and support that Prince Harry and Meghan share with others happened quietly behind closed doors, says Mandana Daini, who served as the president of Archewell for 18 months in 2021 and 2022. I'll never forget sitting on the floor in their kitchen while Meghan was feeding Princess Lily and cold calling a dozen senators. Their reaction were unbelievable to ask them to advocate for paid leave. Daini and Meghan traveled to Uvalde, Texas after the tragic 2022 school shooting. For hours, Meghan sat in the room with grieving families, going one by one to each person, hugging them and crying with them. She recalled to us nothing that Meghan has since kept in touch with the families affected by the tragedy. While working with the Sussexes, she grew close to them personally. Some of my favorite memories were during our weekly meeting in their Montecito home, where Meghan always served the most incredible lunches, snacks, and her latest beautiful concoction. They all remain close. These are kind, decent, caring people who I am very proud to call my friend. For more on Meghan, watch the exclusive above and pick up the latest issue, US Weekly, on newsstand now. Okay, so that's that. The video that he's talking about, or this talking about, is, I think I saw it somewhere on my timeline. Oh, there's so much now. I need to give up the computer. Let's see here. Someone just liked something. Well, Biden better make up. Okay, so these are some politics here. This one I respond to a few minutes ago. Let me get this out of the way. Through Archewell, we are seeing what a modern royal family could look like if they were kind, compassionate, authentic, focused on humanitarianism, organized, and had work ethic. A private company by two ex-working royals is better than the so-called firm. There's me here. Girl, they're probably going to their Flintstone file cabinet to find a blueprint in order to counterproduce this week's Harry's tirelessly meetings after meetings, speeches after speeches, and for the leftovers to expect this level of success. The Rangers losing their minds. Oh my, it's the GIF that she's using. That's so amazing. So I'm done. It's actually 8 o'clock. My husband is asking for the computer. So that is it. Thank you for watching.
A few moments later.
Okay, I have to get back. I just saw this. I was looking for it. That's from the US Weekly thing. Editor-in-chief of at US Weekly, Dan Wickford, explain why Meghan is once again their cover story as current and former employees go on the record in support of her. This well-sourced article is a welcome change for the typical hate-fueled clickbait surrounding Meghan. And I read somewhere here, okay, interesting, this guy's mom is a friend of Kate, so proceed with caution. There's me here. Lure people in to continue the same UK BS. You're right. These people do not know any other way. They're probably on an assignment to capture the hearts and minds of Americans. All right, so I'm done with the comments. Let's listen to this, and then that'll be it. All right, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
This week we chose to put Meghan Markle as one of our covers again. To be honest, I didn't expect to do another cover on Meghan quite so soon, as we'd already covered her return to the spotlight just 2 months ago. However, Meghan was thrust into the centre of the news once again because of negative headlines about how she conducts herself as a boss. The reports claimed that those who work for Meghan are terrified of her, and it included quotes from a source calling her a dictator in high heels who belittles people and has reduced grown men to tears. It's rare that people who work for celebrities and notable figures in the public eye talk on the record about their jobs behind the scenes. So when we got the opportunity to talk to the current and former employees of the Duchess of Sussex and her husband Prince Harry, I felt it was compelling enough to do a cover story. We talked to 5 staff on the record and another 2 off the record, and they say that the previous anonymous allegations made are wildly inaccurate and damaging. They reveal an unprecedented look into Meghan and Harry's work world and also their private world behind the scenes. All 7 employees had a positive experience working for Meghan and Harry. Josh Kettler, who left in August, says he was warmly welcomed and they're dedicated and hardworking. Ashley Hanson, the global press secretary to the Duke and Duchess and the head of communications for Archewell, says her bosses couldn't have been more supportive when she had to take extended time off for a serious surgery. And Mandana Danyani, former Archewell COO, shares that some of her favourite memories were during weekly meetings in their Montecito home, where Meghan always served the most incredible lunches and snacks. The 7 current and former staff members describe a supportive and fun workplace that involves care packages, happy hours, karaoke nights, credit being given for great ideas, and everyday kindness. One staffer told us that their colleagues have been dumbfounded by these claims, saying the stories are likely made up by someone who's disgruntled. This story was important to tell as it shows a counter-narrative to the negative descriptions that are being given anonymously, and these employees wanted to come forward to tell their truth. We're here for a reason, says one of the current team members. If you come for our bosses, we're coming for you. We're just trying to do good. Catch the full story on usmagazine.com or on newsstands now.
All right, so that is it. And I don't know, all of the stuff that I'm sharing now should have been on our Port of View service, but because it's demonetized, I'm putting them on. Oh, look at this. I need to do thumbnails. I schedule it for later at 2 p.m. Today at 2 p.m. So I need to do a thumbnails for it. Maybe I'll work on that on the other computer, but I need to go to the gym. Thank you for watching.